What's up, everyone? This is the Reverend of Rock YouTube channel, and I am the Reverend of Rock, Corby Willett. And this is a YouTube channel that is centered around heavy metal music and the lighter side of heavy metal music in particular. You see, I've been in the metal game for about 3 years, which doesn't sound like much. But within this community, I have found a lot of value, a lot of friends, and a community of people that is second to none. And I realize that that's going to sound kind of odd to you, like religious zealots out there. It's the devil's music and all that jargon. I'm a real minister, and I attest that I have found more righteous people on the rail at metal shows than I have in some churches. So we're going to be doing a lot of show reviews. And in the beginning, we're just going to be throwing a lot of stuff at the wall to see what sticks. Hopefully we get some guests on. We're going to definitely be doing a lot of show reviews. We're going to be doing some product reviews. I'm going to do a little bit called the Rev Rates Anything. And we're going to be doing one of those today, so you take a look. Sometimes we might do a little cooking. I'm a big fisherman. We'll do a little fishing. And we'll glue it all together with my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. So we're going to be talking a lot about music for the most part. On today's show, well, before we get started, let me take a drink here because I'm a little bit thirsty. You know, hold on. I got my Starry Zero sugar because I'm diabetic, which is great because I ate like 4 chocolate chip cookies before I started the show. When you start a YouTube channel, okay, and you do like the research and you watch like all these tutorial videos on YouTube, one of the first things they tell you is not to talk about yourself, that you are not interesting, and nobody gives anything. Nobody cares about what your life is like. You're not interesting. And I disagree with that. I think each one of us matters. Every one of us has a story to tell, and I'm going to tell mine, damn it. The second thing is they tell you is never have a drink that has any kind of carbonation because that's going to cause you to burp and belch in the microphone. And we're just going to roll with it because I don't want to drink tea and I don't want to drink water. I want to drink Starry Zero Sugar. So basically, we're just going to throw the rules to the wind and see if we can entertain some people. So what do we have coming up on today's show? Today's show, we are going to, first of all, we'll talk a little bit about the train wreck that is the Capulet Festival. If nobody knows what's going on there's a big festival out in Connecticut, and bands have bailed out, and they had to move the venue, and it's just a bad situation for bands and fans alike. We'll try and get a little bit into that. Also, new band out of Pennsylvania, Kvrma. We're going to be checking out their first video. Killer band. It's made up of former members of Eternal Frequency and Ignite the Fire. And they got their first show coming up. Well, it's in November, but they're going to be opening for New Year's Day as a debut show. Fantastic job, whoever got that show going. I think it was 717 Entertainment, a good promoter in the Pennsylvania area. So good for Kvrma. We're going to be checking out their video. We're also going to be doing a couple of concert reviews. Recently saw Cannibal Corpse and Amon Amarth, bands that are normally out of my wheelhouse. We'll check that out. Also, we saw Avatar with Conquer Divide and the Oxymorons, and then the 10-year birthday bash for iRockRadio.me. That was headlined by 10 years. And we also had Eva Under Fire, Another Day Dawns, Defiant, Lyndhurst, a whole host of other bands. We're going to be talking about that show. So those are the concert reviews. We're also going to be doing a product review of this, which is Protein 2.0 protein drink, wild cherry flavor. I think we got this at Aldi. Formulated for muscle recovery and hydration. So we're going to check that out and see if it's worth the 65 cents that I paid for it. And then we're going to do a couple of new songs. I'm sorry, I'm already breaking the rules. I'm looking down at my notes. I'll get better at this, trust me. And that's pretty much it. So we're going to get started with today's show. All right, so some of you guys are going to notice a couple of things. My background's changed. I figured out how to blur out the back so I don't got to keep setting up the black screen with T-shirts hanging from it. So that's good. We're going to get better as we go. The other thing is you're going to hear some crashes, bangs, and booms. That's because I'm recording this on the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, everyone. And I'm just going to roll and let the fireworks in the background just rip. So listen, just a quick sidebar. When it comes to fireworks, guys, if you're blowing off fireworks, be mindful of the veterans that are out there. This puts them through an absolute living hell. So please, if you're considerate, check in on your veterans before blasting off the fireworks. All right, let's get into the show. Capulet Festival, what a disaster. They tried to cover this up. It's not a good situation. I haven't been able to confirm, but it sounds like they did not have insurance from the original venue, and the venue pulled when they found that out. So they moved it to a much smaller venue, and then big bands began pulling out. Now, I'm going to play a little news clip, and we're going to comment on it, but this is the problem that I have with the media nowadays, is because this puts a very different spin on what was going on there. So let's take a look and see what's going on.
Also
here.
new tonight, Capulet Music Fest was supposed to be held in Thompson this weekend, but with a change of venue, the heavy metal community found themselves in Hartford. Fox 61's Alexa
it's only about 2
was
hours
out
away
with the
from
Webster
each other.
today and has the story. Alexa.
Yeah, Bridget, there were some negative concerns on social media after the venue change was announced. But the fans and the staff we encountered today at the Webster, well, they were truly positive and happy that the music event was
Everybody
going
was
on
happy.
no matter where it was held.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Metal fans from around the area came to bang their heads to their favorite artists at the Webster in Hartford.
And everybody should be very thankful for this. They saved the day for an important festival.
All those people that
On
lost
social media,
hundreds of dollars
Capulet
should be
posted
thankful.
a day ago that they were moving their music fest to the theater on Webster Street in Hartford. It was originally supposed to be held in Thompson at the Speedway Motorsports Park. The Speedway also turned to social media to respond to the venue change, confirming it would no longer be held in Thompson and that they were not affiliated with Capulet Entertainment.
A big festival was supposed to go down. It didn't go as planned. My brothers Julian and Claude, who run the Webster, saved the day.
Yeah.
We did
Sure,
attempt
they made
to
a
talk
bundle
with
of
the
money.
organizer of the event, to which they said they had no comment. The passes for the weekend still say Thompson Speedway and have the original lineup. Now with the change in venue, some artists did drop out. But by standing outside the stage door, you can tell that there are bands in there, and the fans showed up along with them.
More bands, the better, right?
Cody Timpone was disappointed a few of the bands dropped out, but was happy to see the ones
20.
performing.
20 bands
We're
dropped
happy
out.
that the concert's playing here because of the venue change, and it's a really good venue. I've been to a bunch of concerts here, and we're really happy to be here.
The passes for
It
the
is a
Music
good venue.
Fest are sold out, but there are still some general admission tickets available.
But the show must go on. And we're here today.
Well, the show is going on. It's going on all weekend, in fact, Saturday and Sunday as well as tonight. And there's a lot
Sunday
going
got
on in
canceled
Hartford
completely.
this weekend as well, which has led to some traffic concerns. On Saturday, the Capitol Groove will kick off a 2-day music festival at the Bushnell Park beginning at noon. Then at 6:10 p.m., the Hartford Yard Goats will match off against the New Hampshire Fisher Cats at Duncan Park. Plus, the Xfinity Theater
All right,
will
anyway,
be
you
hosting
guys,
a concert
I don't
with
need to do the local stuff there. All right, so they ended up canceling the entire day on Sunday. Skillet closed the show Saturday night. Good job by Cooper and the gang for continuing that. There were a few bands that I actually know that played Capulet. A lot of the smaller bands played because, quite frankly, they didn't have any other choice. They had so much money invested in it that if they didn't go, so they didn't play out of desire. They played because they wanted to play for their fans. But you can find all kinds of information on this. Listen, bad job all around. If you don't have enough money in your pocket to be able to pay the bands or cover costs, don't promote a show. Because, between this and Blue Ridge Rock Festival last year, that fell apart. a lot of people lose huge. So, just a poor job by Capulet Fest. Thank God. I was planning on going to that whole thing. I wanted to VIP it mainly for Skillet. But we also support Deadlands. If not for me, there were a few other bands that we're close to. Thank God we didn't. I had a memorial service to do, so I wasn't able to do it. And thank God I didn't end up getting sucked into that train wreck. So be weary when you guys sign up for these festivals, because you invest a lot of money. I mean, $700 was like the premium ticket there. That's a lot. And they're not refunding it, and there's all kinds of nonsense. So definitely be wary with these festivals. Okay, here I'm recording clips in between fireworks. So this next concert, when I went to this show, I had no intention of counting it as an appearance. I wasn't going to show review it. It was tickets that I bought for my son for Christmas, and I never thought that I would ever enjoy myself at the show. And that is Amon Amarth, Cannibal Corpse, Obituary, and Frozen Soul. And God, I had such a good time. I never thought I would ever get into this type of stuff. But I got to say, there were a few things that really, really impressed me. First of all, apology to Frozen Soul. I got the fireworks screwing me up here. Happy 4th. I got no footage of Frozen Soul because we got there, right as they were going on stage, and I wasn't prepared. But they were decent. Got the mosh pit started. I guess if you like that sort of thing, Frozen Soul is a band you'd want to check out. But let's roll a clip from Obituary. Okay, I honestly can't say much about Obituary. I don't want to get on these guys because it's just not my music. But I could tell you this: they've been around since I was in high school, and I'm 51. So they've been doing this a long time. Singer looks like Walter Frey from Game of Thrones, and looks like he's got Jerry Garcia in the band with him. They got good energy. If you're an Obituary fan, they are still out there and they're still doing it. So, good for them. But here's where I was completely caught off guard. Cannibal Corpse. Roll the clip. I mean, do you even have to write lyrics for that? But here's the thing that blew me away. Besides the fact that the guy's windmill headbang, I think he could do that all night. But and look, so look, here's George Fisher, George Corpse Grinder, right? Look at the resemblance. Come on now, right? Corpse Grinder, Patrick Star. Now, despite that, it sounds like I'm poking fun, but I want to say this guy's been in the game since 1994. He's been with Cannibal Corpse, and the rest of the band goes back even farther than that. Now, what blew me away was that he didn't talk until about 3/4 of the way through the show, and he was oddly a very well-spoken man. He sounds very intelligent, and you look and he's drinking Diet Coke, so he's not like up there wasted on stage. And I give credit where credit is due, and this also goes for Obituary. You don't stay around that long if you're just a wasted reject, if you have no intelligence. He's clearly a very intelligent guy. And if you look up, I dare you, Google George Corpse Grinder claw machine. This guy like does so much for like little kids, and he's like famous for like going to these claw machines and basically standing there for hours and just giving the toys out to kids. So it's like you could say what you want about the music, but you know, there's, believe it or not, is some sort of value behind this guy. So I enjoyed it more than I thought. And then here comes the headliner, Amon Amarth. I didn't know much about him other than they have like this whole like Viking shtick. Let's check the clip on that. Amon Amarth. So that was interesting too. Like, so they were a little bit more like rhythmic, I guess. Like, despite that he's, you know, I like the Viking theme. I enjoyed it. I only had one problem. Is the guy kind of looked like Santa Claus. And it's like you're singing this like angry, like deep guttural vocal, but then he's like making heart symbols and blowing kisses to people in the balcony, and he was smiling. He looked like a grandpa, like you know that you sit on his like he was just too nice of a guy to be singing like music like this. So it was just kind of like a bizarre thing. But no, Amon Amarth was probably to me musically the best of the three. I would go see them again for sure. But overall, the total concert experience of Amon Amarth, Cannibal Corpse, and Obituary and Frozen Soul, it was a pleasant surprise. I didn't think I was going to enjoy that show. I enjoyed it a lot. So I probably would go see Cannibal Corpse again. I probably would just for the fun factor of it. But that being said, all right, now we're going to change gears for a minute, and we're going to do a product review on a bit that we're going to call the Rev Rates Anything. What is up, everyone? Welcome to the first Rev Rates Anything, and today we are going to be checking out something healthy. We're going to be trying this Protein N2O. I think I bought this thing at Aldi for about 65 cents. This is cherry flavor, and it's formulated for muscle recovery and hydration. Now, as you can see, I'm all about muscle recovery and hydration. So we're going to give this a whirl and see if this is something that I could add to my gym regimen, if you will, my healthy lifestyle. Let's give it a shot. Again, Protein 2O Wild Cherry. So there was a shameless edit right here. So in the name of being authentic, because I got a text message and I didn't want the ding to be on my video, we're going to do it again. So, like, the initial burst of flavor, like, is really delicious. If you like cherry, I mean, but it's like there's no lingering taste to it. Like, it just immediately dies and it sort of just tastes like you got like a piece of paper on your tongue or something. It's just... There's another. Whoever's texting me's got to stop. Are you kidding? Anyways, Protein 2O. For the price, it's worth it. I don't know what kind of health benefits I'm going to get from this. Let's take a look here. Wow, it's got a lot of protein, 15 grams, and it's got things in here I've never heard of. Erythritol, 5 grams. For all I know, that's poison. 6 grams of carbs, no sodium, 60 calories. Serving size is a whole bottle, so at least they're honest about that. I love these things that you get. It'll say serving size, like 4 servings per bottle. Like, yeah, who doesn't drink a bottle? But, you know, overall, I guess for value, I'm going to give this 3 roars. I mean, reality is that's more like a 2.5, but we're going to round up and be generous since it's the first episode. So thanks for checking out Rev Rates Anything. If you see the Protein 2O, you could pick it up if you see it for 65 cents. I mean, it's good enough for me to finish it. And just a reminder, too, I mean, this is my first episode, so maybe next time I'll silence the phone. But until next time. All right, the next show that I want to get to, probably the best show I've seen in 5 years, and that was Avatar, the Oxymorons, and Conquer Divide. Now, I didn't know much about Conquer Divide. I wasn't too familiar with their music. There was a guy named Brian who was in the Eva Under Fire Patreon with me who really pushed this band a lot. Big fan. So I was kind of excited when I saw him on the bill because I'd get a chance to see him, and they didn't disappoint. So they sounded fantastic, Conquer Divide. I will definitely go see them again. You guys can get on me if you want for bringing this up, but there was something that I was a little bit disappointed about. And it's only because they were on tour with Avatar and the Oxymorons is, you know, put a little effort into the appearance. The blonde singer, Madison, her name was, really, really cute. She had a great personality. I got to chat with her for a little while afterwards. But you got to do better than the flannel shirt tied around your waist, ragamuffin look. Especially when you're on with Avatar, and you'll see why in a little while. Same thing, the bass player, I think it was, on the right side of the video. You know, come on. You gotta really put a little bit more into that if you want to make it to big time. And I get it, you guys, you know, can kill me if you want to, but I expect a lot, and I, you know, you guys count on me for show reviews. I'm going to review them honestly. So overall, 2 thumbs up to Conquer Divide. Next up was the Oxymorons. I knew nothing about this band going into the show. And when they first came out on stage, I wasn't prepared for what I saw. But let's watch. They got 2 clips because I thought they were that good. And let me tell you, I said this was the best show I've been to in 5 years. The fact that this band was one of the openers was a big reason why. I was pleasantly surprised. They have a different type of sound. Now, I'm 52 years old. I go back to the Attack of the Killer Bees, Anthrax, I Am the Man, the whole Judgment Night soundtrack. I have heard metal people try to do hip-hop, and I've heard hip-hop people try and collaborate with metal before, and some of it was okay. This sounded like authentic, fresh, new, original sound. I've never seen a band pull a blend off as well as the Oxymorons did. You can still hear elements of metal in the music, and you could still hear elements of hip-hop and black culture in this music, and I liked seeing these guys. I had a chance to talk to them for probably about 15 minutes after the show, and they are nice guys, again, well-spoken guys, and I'm pumped because they'll be coming through here again in August, so you're going to be seeing that show review as they headline a show. I believe they're with Varsity, but I'm not positive. But I'll look it up, and I'll definitely have it up here. Oxymorons, great band. You should definitely check out their music. Now, next up, Avatar. I saw Avatar last November for the first time, and I was familiar with one song. And they opened up for Ice Nine Kills and In This Moment. Both bands had tremendous stage sets and lights, and Avatar being the opener had nothing available to them but showmanship and guile, and they blew me away. This band focuses on every detail of their the whole thing, the music, the showmanship, the stage presence, the stage set. Everything is calculated. Everything is good. What he says in between, Johannes Eckerstrom, the singer, what he says in between is relevant. It's great. He sounds intelligent. He speaks crystal clear English. Yeah, he'll throw a couple of F-bombs in there or whatever, but everything comes off as polished. I mean, the only performance I think that I've seen that exceeds the level that you get from Avatar is Rammstein, and that is Rammstein. So let's check out the clips from Avatar. as a fan, when you see a band put a performance together the way Avatar does, I mean, you are appreciative, you are moved. These guys exhaust themselves, not just day in and day out, because they are like I think they play like 100 shows in like 150 days. It's insane. They've covered the entire world. But during the show, like the tank is empty at the end of the night. And the funny thing is like their energy level, it doesn't just stay the same. It increases. At the end of 2 hours, the energy was still insane from this band. Unbelievable. You get a chance to see Avatar, don't pass it up. Probably my favorite band right now to see live. All right, moving on. So we have a reaction video. My son's going to join me for Kvrma. Kvrma is a band out of central New Jersey. This is their first single. They've also now announced their first show. They are going to be opening up for New Year's Day. That's a great show. So excited to see that. I mean, that's definitely going to be a show that's reviewed. But my son's going to join me. Let's check out the new video, first single from Kvrma. The song is called Silence. All right, I'm joined by my son, Jamo.
How's it going, everyone?
And we are going to be watching the new video from the band Kvrma.
Oh, yeah.
This is their first single, first video.
Silence.
Silence, yep. Central PA band, former members of Eternal Frequency and Ignite the Fire.
Oh, yeah.
Coming together on this project. And, man, boy, what a treat you guys got coming if you like the heavy stuff.
I do.
All right, let's get right into it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Heavy riffs and heavy drums right off the bat. Can't go wrong. Ooh. That's clean.
Yeah, it was a nice ad.
That's clean. Very nice vocals.
Yeah, this Jack Arecki.
Former vocalist of Ignite the Fire.
Yep. You can sometimes hear him on irockradio.me DJing too. Yeah.
That reminds me a lot of like Attila with the screaming and the rapping. It's amazing.
Wow. This song's got it all.
Hey, I saw our boy AJ. He's doing the guitar solo in the background. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, hey, let's throw in a congratulations there to bass player Tyler Travis. Became a dad earlier this year.
Oh, yeah. I'm digging this.
Yeah. This is how you get it started.
If you're a metal band, obviously.
Yeah, I don't know how this would translate to country.
Yeah, I don't think Kenny Chesney would do good with making a song like this.
What's he got going on under the eye there?
Looks like a little bit of makeup.
Was that teardrop? Like if you kill somebody?
Like a cyberpunk teardrop.
Yeah.
Great transition.
Song's got me in silence.
Yeah. Oh no. This is gonna be crazy. I already know. Ooh,
Yeah.
that black goes crazy.
A black? What's a black? Yeah.
Listen, when they play at their debut show and I punch someone in the face at this song, I'm deeply sorry, but this is crazy. Whoa.
Again, if you like what you're hearing, this song is called Silence by the band Kvrma. You're definitely going to want to keep your eye on this band.
Oh, for sure.
They got their first show November 8th, opening for New Year's Day. Good job, whoever pulled that off.
That's a great way to kick that off.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, I didn't think the reaction video thing through, realizing that I'd have to take off my cool hat. And speaking of the hat, let me just show it off here. It's my Not Today Satan hat. Boy, I'm not good at this. There we go. It's got my Jesus fish. It's got Not Today Satan. It's got my favorite Bible verse, 17 Samuel, which is David and Goliath. This hat was custom made by my good buddy Corey Newsom at Rebel Headed. Hey, look at that. If you're in need for a cool hat, he can make all kinds of stuff for you. Really affordable. Rebel Headed. Again, his name's Corey Newsom. I'll leave his Facebook link information in the show notes for all your needs. Big shout out to him. Really appreciate it. Okay, that's the hat. Next up is the iRock Radio 10th anniversary birthday bash. Now, I can't help. I got to share a quick story. I know this video is going to run a little bit long, but it's my first one, so I'll rein it in for the next one. But iRockRadio.me is probably the closest thing to perfect for a radio station for my age demographic, because you get the old stuff, you get the AC/DC, the Metallica, the Motley Crue, all of that stuff, but you get not only today's music, the Shine Downs, the Hailstorms, the list of Five Finger Death Punch, whoever you like that's current now. And then you also get the indies. You're getting to hear local music from all different markets. Things like Kvrma, you hear on iRock Radio. So if you're interested in music, if you love music, and you want to hear new music, iRockRadio.me is the place that you really want to go. It's run by a guy named Jay Hunter, who's become a very good friend of mine and a big reason why I'm even behind this mic right now. So definitely big supporters of that show. I'll also leave a link for that. The best place on the internet for new and old music and a blend. And, like I mentioned during the video, you might hear Jack Gurecki, the singer of Kvrma, doing a little DJ spot on there now and again. Speaking of iRockRadio.me, they just had a 10-year birthday, and they had the 10-year birthday bash headlined by 10 years. Eva Under Fire also on that bill, Another Day Dawns, and just a whole slew of Pennsylvania bands on that card. Just an unbelievably important show, because Eva Under Fire, if you've ever followed my YouTube, you know what this band means to me. They are by far and away my favorite band. Amanda Leiberg, Rob Leiberg are among my favorite humans on earth. They don't make people better than them. So for them to be on this bill, along with many of the people that I've come to know and love personally, people in Defiant, people in Lyndhurst, Dinosaurs in Paris, Lives Lost, the Carbon Stone. There were just so many bands there. Nick Tower Band, Pine Creek Academy. I think there was probably like 18 bands there, 15 bands, something like that. Just a tremendous amount of talent in one night. And like I said, I had been out of the metal game for 25 years. I hadn't been to a show. I was chased out of metal by Steelheart. I had a really bad experience with them. They were a glam band in the early 90s. It's not important now. And then Smells Like Teen Spirit. When Nirvana came out, I remember exactly where I was the first time I heard Smells Like Teen Spirit. I was sitting in the back of my friend Ray's pickup truck in Boston, driving God knows where. We were just gallivanting around. And I remember that the song I Just Wanna by Kiss was brand new. And Smells Like Teen Spirit came on right after that. And I knew in a moment it was the death of all of the music that I loved. And I hated Nirvana for years and years and years because of it. And I bailed on rock music because I didn't like the whole grunge thing. And it wasn't until my son was old enough to show me, he showed me who Skillet was. Now, Skillet's got a song called American Noise. Listen to it. If you get a chance, listen to American Noise. That's the whole reason why you now hear me, because the only thing that I can do particularly well is run at the mouth, if you haven't figured it out already. But I'm starting to go down a rabbit hole that I don't want to go down. So the iRock Radio 10-year birthday bash, let's check out some of the openers. Yeah, some great music for sure early on there. Listen, I have to apologize. So they had two stages going. They had an acoustic patio where Defiant was playing, Lives Lost was playing. I didn't have any recordings of them because I wanted to be on the rail for Eva Under Fire in 10 years, so I kind of had to sacrifice. So I want to personally apologize to Defiant and Lives Lost especially. I didn't get any Dinosaurs in Paris's set, but those bands are playing. We're going to shows, so I promise. I think next week I'm going to do the Defiant video with my son, so look for that. But an apology to them because they put on some great acoustic performances. I just didn't get any video of them. Now, a dream came true. When Eva Under Fire got ready to take the stage, I'll let you watch.
Help me wish iRock Radio a happy 10th anniversary. There is a reason why they say that music is the soundtrack of our lives. Because it is, and it doesn't matter what kind of music that is. 3.5 years ago, I was a 47-year-old father of a 10-year-old, eating Slim Jims and drinking Diet Coke, and listening to my old Motley Crue and Striper playlists. I hadn't been to a rock show in 25 years. The first notes of heavy metal music that I heard in 25 years were this next band. And that set me on a journey that led me to iRock, that led me to Lancaster, Pennsylvania's amazing music scene, where I got to meet and see bands like Defiant and Lyndhurst, Observe the 93rd, Dinosaurs in Paris, the list goes on and on. And now here we are celebrating with all of these people. And this show is so important to me because that very first group of notes was played by my favorite band. And if anybody here doesn't think that there is power in music, here I stand on the mountaintop announcing my favorite band in the world. Let's hear it for Eva Under Fire!
You know, I joke with Eva sometimes because I am like the ultimate fanboy. Like in the beginning, I used to be like trying to rein it in. Now I don't even care. Me and my son's 14. We go to shows, and my son is like talking to the drummers and asking questions about the business and program and drums, and I'm just looking for selfies. Like I'm just completely shameless when it comes to that. But it's worked for me so far. So it's just. Listen, again, you can't find better people than Eva Under Fire. You get a chance to see them. I love supporting good people, man, and they're just as Amon Amarth would do. Oh, but anyways, so getting to the headliner, 10 years. We've met these guys before. We got to hang out with them afterwards. I got to hang out with Matt for a while, talking a little Stoic philosophy. You know, just a good dude to talk to. I mean, they're just excellent, excellent people. Let's watch their clip.
What are we fighting for? What are we dying for? Arch war. What are we fighting for? Arch war. What are we dying for?
Okay, that was 10 years closing it down. What a great night. What a way to end the night. Great guys. They're out on tour, I believe, with Seven Dust. I'll have to double check that, but if they're coming near you, you definitely want to check them out. And you get a chance to meet up with them. They're just fantastic human beings. And they were one of the bands that got the shaft at that Capulet Festival, so hopefully they made out all right there and didn't lose too big. But great job again by 10 years. Okay, couple of shows that I want to tell you about before we skedaddle out of here. In September, we got Eva Under Fire with Boys of Fall. $20 to see this band is an absolute bargain. These are, again, fantastic human beings. So if you have a chance, you're in that Detroit area, District 142 is where you want to be on September 13th to see Eva Under Fire. Also in July, we got our good friends The Dude with Armageddon 3 Megiddo. I think they're a pretty big band out of Florida, but The Dude is on that bill. And boy, their new single, 2,000 Miles, is absolutely incredible. That is my pick of the day. Definitely want to check that song out. And if you're in the Florida area on the 19th or the 20th, you can check out The Dude at either of those two venues. And then finally, we have Ultraviolet playing July 27th at the Sherman in Pennsylvania. This is an up-and-coming, I want to say a female band, but the drummer, Cooper, is a great dude, and he really rocks it. This band is great. We've seen them a couple of times. Shannon has spent some time talking with us, so hopefully we're going to catch up. She filled in for a band called Dystopia at Capulet, so hopefully we can maybe catch up with her and talk a little bit about what a debacle that festival was and what she's got going on. So stay tuned for that. And that's going to be about it for the week. My next show is July 6th, which is Vixen. We're going a little old school. And Roxy Petrucci, still adorable at 60 plus. So you can look forward to that show review. We'll review another product. Who knows, maybe we'll throw some fishing or something in to the next episode. Until then, you matter, you're important. And if you're hurting, please dial 988. Mental health is no joke. We do not fight alone. That's one of the reasons why I love this music scene and why I like being right into the thick of it, because I've met some good people and some hurting people, and I've gotten to minister to some people right there on the rail at a heavy metal show. So you matter. Please take care of yourselves. Check in on your friends and family. It can make a difference. I'm going to leave you with the greatest video that I have ever recorded at a concert, and we are going back to Avatar. Hail the Apocalypse has every element that you'd want in a heavy metal video. Thanks for watching. Click the like and subscribe button. If you've made it this far, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. My little Amon Amarth. Oh. Wow, that was pretty wild. That kind of did that on its own. So, hail the Apocalypse. We'll see you in 2 weeks.